Lewis, I want to ask you this question because I think a lot of people, when they see the title, like Rich Life, I'm like, okay, wait, I want to be rich. What would you say your definition of rich life is for Lewis?
Freedom. Freedom to be my fully expressed self at any moment. Freedom to spend time with the people I care about. Freedom to do the activities that I love. Freedom to think in a way that makes me come alive. Freedom to feel a way that brings me joy and love and inner peace. And the freedom to say no to anything that I want to say no to and say yes to the things I want to say yes to. That's what a rich life is to me. And being healthy in the whole process.
Well, thanks for not saying no to me, because you definitely living your rich life. So you could have said no to me, and I would have been hurt. No, I'm just playing, man. But that's so powerful, man. When I sat back and listened to your podcast, I was like, man, what does a rich life look like for me? And I answered the same thing as you. I just said options. Options to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, with whoever I want to do it with.
Yeah, sounds amazing, right?
And it's just really something for me when I think about being wealthy, having a rich life, whatever you want to describe that. And it's not about what money does for me. It's about what the money does when it gives me options. And that's
I'll tell you what, man.
I like.
Yeah, I live in a building here in LA, and during COVID, there was a guy in my building who jumped off the building and committed suicide, and he was estimated, I think, worth a few $100 million. And I was just like, you could have a few $100 million in the bank and be in the Hollywood scene and all these things. And he was connected to Bill Clinton and all these other people, these big celebrities and politicians. But if you aren't feeling peace inside, or something is missing and you don't feel fulfillment, then the financial rich life isn't enough.
Come on, man.
Yes, you could have it and still feel fulfilled and rich inside, but having it doesn't mean you're going to have freedom emotionally, spiritually, relationally, whatever it might be. And you got to learn how to accept and love yourself in the process. So, and I think sometimes we can, and I've been this in the past, I've been so focused on the money that I forget about the joy and about love and my spiritual purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you got to be mindful of while you're in pursuit of financial gains as well. And know that it's not going to solve every problem. It can solve a lot of problems. It can take care of your health bills. It can pay for rent. It can buy food. You need money. It's going to solve a lot of problems, but it's not solving every problem. And I think that's where sometimes people get hung up on.
If you're just now tuning into the show, man, thank you all, first off, for tuning in. You're here at the table with your boy, Anthony O'Neill, and with my special guest today, my good friend, Lewis Howes, New York Times bestselling author, entrepreneur, business coach, and has one of the top podcasts in the world. So definitely going to drop all this information in the show description. Make sure to check it out. This man has interviewed your Kobe Bryants. Some of the biggest names in the world. And I'm just so grateful and honored to have this legend on my show. And so I'm just so grateful to have him on this show. Lewis, you talk a lot about funding your dream lifestyle. And so I just want to get personal, man, without knowing too much information. But what's your dream lifestyle, and are you living it out now?
My dream lifestyle is getting to do exactly what I want in my mission, in my work. It's getting to do all the activities that inspire me the most. It's getting to be around my family and friends whenever I want to be around them. It's getting the ability to travel when I want to travel, and the ability to have the most fascinating conversations in the world. That's what lights me up, having fascinating conversations with fascinating people. I just feel like I've been, especially in the last couple of months, I've been leaning more and more into living that lifestyle. I'm a big salsa dancer, so I'm doing 2 private salsa lessons a week right now.
I saw, bro, you're killing it too. I was like, man, look at Lewis.
I do 2 right now. I got away from it for a couple of years, and I felt like something was missing. I'm not doing the activities and the hobbies that bring me a lot of joy. So I signed up for 2 private salsa lessons a week from a world champion teacher who's incredible, who scares me because she's so good. I really want to learn Spanish. So 3
Oh,
mornings a week, I have private Spanish lessons from a coach that's teaching me Spanish.
okay.
Um, I really wanted to pick up boxing this year. So I hired an Olympic medalist,
I
and
saw.
I'm doing twice a week boxing.
Come on, man.
I really wanted to get back in the gym and have a coach train me to push me like when I was back in my football days. So I hired an amazing um, a trainer to train me twice a week. Um, I really wanted to make sure that I'm constantly evolving my emotions in my inner world.
Mm,
So I hired an incredible therapist coach to support me on my spiritual emotional journey to continue to evolve. And
mm.
I meet with her once every other week. And I'm traveling. I'm having fun. I say yes to the people I want to work with. I work on the products that I love. It took me 12 years to get here,
Mhm.
and a lot of things that I wasn't able to do all the time, and things that I didn't necessarily want to do to get me here. In terms of saying yes to products I didn't like, but I knew it was going to support the mission and help me get here financially. And I'm just grateful for my life. Like every morning I wake up and say thank you
Yeah,
because I know that today is not guaranteed
yeah.
and that every breath that I'm taking right now is getting me closer to my last breath. And so I want to make sure I'm enjoying the moments with each breath.
And so, I got to ask this question because I know people are listening on my show like, oh my gosh, he's spending a lot of money. Like, how do
A
you
lot of
do?
money.
Yeah.
This year I decided after a decade or 12 years of earning and saving and investing
Yeah. Yeah.
and putting a lot of money away every year into every every retirement, every life insurance policy, stocks, real estate, like maxing everything out, IRA, whatever it is, maxing everything out, all the tax benefits, all that stuff. I was like, okay, and if I died tomorrow and had all this savings for the
Mm,
future, but I wasn't also enjoying my life to the fullest now, would I be proud of myself?
mm.
And so this is just a decision I'm making. I think everyone's got to figure, and I'm not taking money on my savings,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like I'm not taking my investments out. Still have extra money that I can invest in, and it's like, do I put it in more real estate, or do I put it in myself?
Mm,
And I believe I am always going to be the greatest investment in pouring back into knowledge, skills, connections, opportunities, growth, healing, whatever it might be, activities that bring me fun and joy, working out, all these things, healthy foods. That is going to be my greatest investment. And so I decided this year, I was like, I'm going to spend a lot of money on myself.
yeah.
And not in a excuse me, not in like a selfish, egotistical way of like, I'm going to buy cars and bags and watches. Like I
Right.
don't even wear jewelry, but
Right.
more of like the investment in coaches and teachers to of the best to help me improve my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be the greatest investment by the end of the year. It's like just having a team of elite coaches, um, skilled individual to teach me and help me grow. And it's going to cost a lot of. I mean, these are LA coaching prices. So, every training session is not your $20
The show
coach.
ain't, brother. Trust me. I know.
It's funny. I was talking to my trainer. He had my boxing trainer, and his name's Tony. He's amazing. And I said, man, he had another client coming right after me, and we were just talking about like, man, he's amazing, but it's expensive.
Yes.
And Tony was right there in front of us. We were kind of making a joke about it, and I was like, what's funny? 2 of his sessions was a month of my rent in Columbus, Ohio, 11 years ago. Like 2 sessions now was what a month of my rent costed living in Columbus, Ohio 10, 11 years ago when I was just getting started. So it's crazy to think like how far I could come where I'm even have the courage to invest that much in
To
a
yourself,
teacher
though. But it's not
for
really to the teacher.
myself.
Yeah, it's into you. And I agree with you. I'm doing that right now. I picked up golf 2 years ago, and I said, you know what? If I'm going to enjoy this game, And if I'm going to make this investment into golfing, which is an expensive sport,
Yeah. You want to be good at it or semi-good.
exactly. I want to be able to enjoy it. And my therapist, I invest into a therapist twice a month as well, to just speak through me. And she said, I like golf for you. I was like, why you say that? She said, because you're looking at golfing of the sport, but golfing teaches you patience.
Oh my gosh, so
Golfing
much.
teaches you consistent.
Humility.
Yes, and humility and being consistent. You got to swing the
Yes.
club the exact same way, at the exact same tempo. And then sometimes to hit different kind of balls, you got to adjust it a little bit, and you got to know when to adjust. And she said, if you can take those skills and apply that into your life, you'll be a stronger individual. And she was one who said, I want you to go get a golf coach to train you this the right way. So when I looked up a
Yes.
golf coach, you know, I have a golf coach that is very well known, was in the top 50 golf coaches in the United States of America, out here at one of the private golf courses. And you're right, his one session was,
Expensive.
it made me like, wait, I'm about to do what? But I love what you said.
Yeah.
Is you spent 12 years of building your foundation. You spent 12 years of making sure that your priorities are in place, so that way when you do spend the money over here, your free money, your leisure money, you can do it in a peaceful way because your priorities are taken care of. You're not taking money from your savings. And I think that's something that I want all of everyone who's listening to us right now. Lewis House, yes, is in a different financial category right now. I'm probably in a different financial category than some people. You may not be there, but you will be there. But wherever you are right now, I agree with Lewis. Like, yo, you are your number one investment. And whatever brings you peace, whatever brings you joy, whatever can remove you from, you know, the typical culture and society, to make you feel better, to make you connect with yourself internally better, I say make that investment, whether that's the gym, whether that's, you know, Spanish lessons, piano lessons, golf lessons, mentorship and therapy sessions. Great. I actually pay my mentors. I don't pay them because that's what they require, but I honestly give them money because I respect their time. And so I totally, man, I totally agree